What up, everybody? You know what time it is. It's time for the Federal Open Market Committee rate decision. That's right. It is time to get your socks rocked by a pause. That's right. We're going to pause. It's going to be a pause. Everybody knows it's going to be a pause. Every single person and their mother knows it's going to be a pause. So let's see how the market reacts to that pause. Let's see. Every single person in the world knows that we're going to pause, but it's about what happens after. So let's see if there's any kerfufflations. Is Trade-O-Vate working yet, by the way? Does anybody know if Trade-O-Vate is working? All right, here we go. Just a few seconds, 15 seconds away. Buckle in, buckle rooskies. It's about to get wild. Trade-O-Vate is bad or back? Bad or back? Huh? You said what? Oh, wow, look at that. Hold, that's expected. 10-2 was the vote. I bet you Mirren was a dissenter. Mirren? Waller. Ooh, Waller wants the job. Oh boy, howdy, Waller wants that job, doesn't he? Market is juicing. Inflation is somewhat elevated. How funny is that? It's somewhat elevated. Somewhat, we say. It's somewhat elevated. But not much, just somewhat. So the market is juicing on that news. We're getting a little juice ball. A bit of a juice ball. Anybody take that trade off the rate decision? The press conference is going to be in 29 minutes, champions. 29 minutes. Gold is crazy. Oh, God, we're watching the wrong fucking thing, huh? Gold is juicing. Gold is going hog wild. Oh, my. Wait, why am I don't want to take profit. Wait, why? Ugh. I almost clicked take profit trader. I don't want to take profit trader. I don't want to do that. Silver is ridiculous. What? Wow. Yes. Wow. 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 Silver's ridiculous. Gold's ridiculous. Everything's ridiculous. It's all ridiculous. Gold spiked up a little schmidgel. A smidgelation. Now coming back down. That's the J contracts. What do you think? Can gold break 5,300? Can gold go for the break below? S&Ps are diving. Is the NASDAQ going down too? NASDAQ's going down. Oh boy. NASDAQ with a tumbleina. NASDAQ going much, much lower. So is the S&Ps. Oh my goodness. So much volatility. It's crazy. La la la, lots of volatility. Who's catching these moves? I haven't clicked a single button. I'm just trying to get my bearings about me. We have the old FOMC wiggle wiggle. I'm just trying to find out which instrument is going to give us the most alpha. Right now, gold's looking to face 5,300. NASDAQ looked like it wanted to take out 26,001. Going for the lows of the session. The session lows. You got the short? Nice. Let's fucking go, baby. Let's go. Nice work. Beautiful. That's gorgeous. Right now we are using, of course, the hottest indicator on the block, RIPS key levels. It's available and it's for free on TradingView. Gets you all the session times just buttoned up. Gives you everything you need to trade like a certified moron. Was a 10-second trade in 2,500 pounds. Let's go. In grammar. Nice work, player. Why is... There we go. I was like, why is my There we go, 100%. Silver is ridiculous, says Naz Adam. Keep me up to date on what's moving here. We got silver and gold kind of going back to the speculation areas. Taking out the Asia low there, but bouncing right back up. Back to the London low here. Bullish SMT or bearish? We don't know. It looks bullish now, doesn't it? What's up, Robinho? How are you? You out there living the dream? What's the name of the indicator? Watch this. I'll give you the link directly to it. Bang! There it is. Nightbot just gave it to you. It's free. Today only. Tomorrow, the price is going to go up to free. Rips, I got screwed on a trade because of the trade evade outage. Well, I'm sorry about that. If it was up to me, I'd give you all your monies back. I'd give you a full refund, and then I'd give you a lot of encouragement to get back into the markets and let you know everything's okay. I think I need another Red Bull. That's what I think I need right about now. What's up with the good mood today, bud? I'm sorry, do you want me to be upset? What would you prefer? Do you want me to be upset with you? I could be upset with you. What's up with the good mood today? What the fuck? Why are you smiling? What are you so happy about, bro? Oh, man. What is that question? What's up with the good mood today, bud? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll be upset. I'm sorry for smiling. I'm so sorry for being happy, man. My bad. I'll try to reel it in a little bit. Oh, man. How dare you smile on a stream? How dare you? FOMC win. You're in it. You like ghost stories? You're in one. We are in the midst of FOMC. It already happened. The rate decision came out and said they're holding. We had 2 dissenters. The vote was 10-2. There's 12 people on the board. Are we selling or buying? I don't know. I'm doing nothing so far, Mr. Paul. Or Pawana. Repost the link to levels. All you have to do to find it is just go like this. Exclamation point levels. And it pops up right in your face. Arr. I don't know why I'm doing the pirate thing. Well, we got to wait now for the press conference, which we will be broadcasting live for everybody to see. Hi, Ripsy. When trading FOMC days, do you reduce size? If I'm trading in the Percy, yes, I do. If I'm trading in props, I double my size. Because you know what they say about props? YOLO! If you're not YOLOing, you're not living. The only way to trade props is to double your size on FOMC and go for it. Just remember, not financial advice, but if you double your size on FOMC, you'll do better than if you didn't. Double that size, baby. What are you doing? Send it. Sorry, I'm being too happy. I forgot. I'm not allowed to be happy. I can't be happy. Hello, Rips. First time on your stream. Been following you on X for a while. Love your content and risk management. Well, ignore the risk management advice I'm giving you right now. Or lose twice as fast? Brother, we don't lose. We only win with the winner's mindset. Even when we're losing, we're winning because we're gifting our profits to the market makers. Let's be honest. We're helping out the needy and unfortunate. That's what we're doing when we're losing. We're helping them win. Hi, I'm new. Are you full porting? If you say yes, I will. I haven't put on a single trade yet in my prop firm accounts. Was a scalp indicator released, boss? Nope. Not yet. You'll be the first to know, though, I promise you. Rip Scalper Pro. Again, one of the hottest things on the block. It's just not out yet. Let's get the 5-minute ranges in, shall we? Purple and orange. No, we don't want orange. We want purple and green. No. Do we want that green? Purple and pink. There we go. Look at that. Now we got the inner ranges. Actually, I don't need those on. What am I saying? This sounds like a music for like some type of commercial. I'm not sure what though. Your X content has been of great help, dude. Keep killing it. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys. I've been putting a lot of effort into that. Did you guys see the long form video that was released on YouTube? It's an 8-minute long video that's all about trader psychology. That one came out, and I think the results are in. People love it. I'm just saying. Let me find it, and I'll link it. I'm going to drop a link to it right now. Check it out. Right there. Right there. Oh, look at Ripsmod trying to bring it in. I see what you're doing. The reviews are in, and they're hot. People are saying it's a must-watch video. One of the best yet. Ripsmod trying to be relevant. Just knock it off. Ripsmod got first place in the slot picks. They earned it, too. You bet your bottom dollar they earned it. All of the ones that are scrolling at the bottom of the screen are the prop firms that I love and enjoy. Tradeify, TPT, Apex, and Lucid. All fine choices for your prop firm needs. Right now, we have accounts at every single firm. In fact, we do have TPT Pro accounts, not Pro Plus. They do have a $2,000 trailing drawdown that we will be fighting our way out of. Can somebody remind me on the TPT Pros, what do I need to accomplish to get my first payout? Because I know they have daily payouts. Is it everything over $2,000 I can take out? Is that what it is? Ingrammer says, I find Apex a fine scam with their trailing. Well, here's the deal. There's no such thing in life as a free lunch. I've tried, right? I've tried. I've gone into Subway sandwiches and I've asked one of their sandwich artists myself and I've said, excuse me. And they said, yes. I said, who are you? And they said, well, I'm a sandwich artist. I work here at Subway. And I said, well, my friend Ingrammer on Kick suggested that most things in life should be free, including lunches. Would you mind to spare me a nice seafood and crab roll? And do you know what they said, Ingrammer? They said, F you. There's no free lunches. Not on Apex, not on Subway, and not at Jimmy John's. Get the F out of here. That's what they told me. That's what they said, Ingrammer. But they also did say, get the F out of this sandwich store, but I'll leave you with this. And I said, I'm listening. They said, if you trade on Apex, you can get multiple millions of dollars in single payouts, but there's no free lunch. And I said, well, that makes sense. So you're saying I have to work for it. And they said yes. And then they kicked me out of the Subway store. And I didn't get a free sandwich, believe it or not. And then I went out there and I started breakdancing. There's no free lunch. Not in props, not in Subway sandwiches. It's a true story. You think I'd make something like that up? That happened to me yesterday. Yeah, I did get a life lesson. It was fantastic. See, look it. The YouTuber knows. He says it was true. I was a sandwich. He was there. NCT Trader says it's real. I was behind him in line. See? You think I'd make something like that up? Are you kidding me? I would never. Not on my watch. No, thank you. Yeah, if you don't like trailing drawdown, probably stay away from TPT, probably stay away from Apex. I would stick with Lucid or Tradeify. If you don't like a trailing drawdown, Lucid or Tradeify are going to be your best bet. The great thing about Lucid is that there's no monthly cost on their program. It's a one-time fee for all of their accounts. And then on top of that, if you were already like, man, I really love savings, they also don't have any activation fees on any of their accounts. It's true. Also a true story. You won't find yourself paying a single activation fee on any of their accounts. Paul One Gotti says, did you take a trade yet? And I will answer that with, no, I haven't. The answer is no. I've been watching the markets, though, alongside of you. And I have to say, do you always breathe that heavy when you watch the NASDAQ? Because that's loud. Is that like waking apnea? Or is that regular? You are loud. Very, very much so. I have to say that. Have you taken a trade yet? What's up, Cole? How are you, buddy? They call that wake apnea. Tradeivate is good for Mac users. Yes, it is when it's working. Today was not one of those days where it was working in the morning. Rips, can I tell me where you're finding your levels? Look at right here. I'll boot. There he goes. What? Kick out again with the levels. Yeah, this is quite range bound indeed. We're talking about like a 50 handle range. We're going to have the man himself, Jerome Powell, live on screen. He's going to be right here above my finger, live for us to watch here on FOMC Wednesday. Do you trade the rate decision normally or the conference itself when you trade on the Percy? Well, maybe I trade before the rate decision in something like silver when it's dropping like a rock. Maybe I'll trade it at the same time that I'm trading gold for like $300,000 of profit or something like that. Or I'll hang out on Kick and trade my prop firm accounts only after that. Such a thing would happen. I don't know though. It's a good question. Metals are moving. Metals are ricocheting off the bottom here. Holy shit, look at silver. My God. Silver's going to the moon. If you did that, would you show so we know you didn't do it? Probably not. We'll work on the trust system. We're in the trust tree. We're in the nest, the trust nest. We trust that would never happen. Ever. Not in a trillion years. Nope, not this guy, not me. NASDAQ coming back down here. A little bit. Can we have a points gamble? If you say please. I'll give you one if you say please. Absolutely. Do 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 do. Boop 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 boop. What time is it right now? Yeah, get those fists in the air and start pumping them. How about 5 minutes for this one? You said please. Done. There you go. Gamble those points. I have $1.1 million in profits on silver today and $1 million in losses just from messing around. Blown account, but DGen me wants a full port silver. Who am I to stop you? Is he long? Who's he? You're talking like I'm not here reading your chat. Am I long or is who long? Who's he in this scenario? Tell me. I want to find who he is. Him? Himothy? I'm nothing right now. I'm literally nothing. I'm less than nothing. I'm just looking at charts waiting for Jerome Powell to come on stage so he can say, good afternoon. Oh, that's what we need to make the channel points gamble is whether or not Jerome Powell says good afternoon. Good idea, Rips. Let's do it. Okay, channel points are being refunded. Channel points just got refunded. Here we go. Will JPOW say good afternoon? All right, 5 minutes for this one. Bing bong. Rips, you ever do a gold silver spread trade? No. I'll do both short, both long simultaneously for sure. Damn, you guys are gambling heavy on this one. Holy shit, look at this. Oh my God, this is like free money, huh? Maybe this is not a good idea. Oh, but look, the gamble is, will Jay Powell say ampersand $34 semicolon good afternoon question mark ampersand $34 semicolon? I don't think he's gonna say all that. That seems like a mouthful. I don't know if that's fair. What are the odds that he comes out, he says, hello, everyone, instead of good afternoon? Man, that would be crazy. That would be bucknuclear. Rose, what platform do you use and how do you pull text onto your price levels? TradingView, and download this free indicator to TradingView. There's the link. It's free. What kind of bet is that? I mean, it's a good one. Just full ported on him saying good afternoon. Good luck to you. I hope you win all of the money. Hi, Rips. Your new psychology video is great. Watch it every morning this week before market open. Thank you for being there. Appreciate that. Why no more Celsius? Because I have cases and cases full of Red Bull, sugar-free watermelon edition that I'm trying to get through. And it is delicious. I do like it a lot. He needs to say the symbols as well, though, obviously. Yeah, he needs to say ampersand $34 semicolon good afternoon question mark. That is the official gamble. I guess we should watch metals since NASDAQ's not really doing anything. The link to X does not work. The link to X does not work. What do you mean? Yeah, it does. X.com/rips. There it is. Huh? Worked for me. I clicked it and it worked. It's just X.com/rips. It's really easy to follow. I think this is the biggest gamble points we've ever had. I like you guys that are sharp betting on the nose. You're getting 5-1 on the nose. That's crazy. Got a minute 45 left to gamble those points, champions. Is 13 gonna hold in silver? Anybody's guess here. Is 13 gonna hold in silver or does it go straight down? What do you think? Meta is going to charge Italians to use their AI chatbot, according to TechCrunch. Interesting. I was questioning that this morning. I said, are they going to start charging those Italians to use the chatbots? Now we know. How long you trading? Until we pass or blow every account, obviously. Now, I'm probably going to trade for another hour and a half or so. I mean, the market closes in an hour and a half, doesn't it? Probably an hour and a half or less, 90 minutes or less. You are Italian? Well, buongiorno. Have you ever been to the fountains of Bellagio? They're in my backyard. I'm Italian too, then. What's up, George? How you doing? Just another day in paradise here. Off the coast of Bellagio. Got massive amounts of kidney stones from energy drinks. The surgery to get them out was fun, including the 2 stents in for 10 days after. Just looking out for you, my brother, from another mother. Well, cheers to that. Cheers to kidney stones. I love them. There's nothing that makes you more into a man than pissing out rocks. Hey, Rips, did you trade today? Not in prop accounts, no. See, here's the trick. You have a jug of water on here and you drink it off stream. Do you have the Red Bulls with sugar or with no sugar? That's the question. That is the question. This does sound like a Nintendo game. It's called Super Jerome Powell. Then we get the man in 5 minutes, by the way. 5 minutes until we get the manskis. 5 minutes, baby. Dude, we have our Flex accounts to trade. We have our Pro accounts to trade. We have Tradeify accounts to trade. We have Apex accounts to trade. And Take Profit Trader, I'm just going to close the window so I don't actually accidentally trade those. I don't want to breach those accounts. Are you sponsored by Red Bull now? I am, yes. Officially, but no, not really. But in my mind, I like to think. Ribs, you have the best trading entertainment stream on the internet. Thank you, Vibe Trade. I love you, pal. That's very kind of you to say. Did you sort the Quant Tower shit out from this morning? Yes, I did. Do you know how I fixed it? Dips, do you want to know how I fixed it? I went to my C drive, I found the Quant Tower folder, I selected the folder, and then I pressed the delete button on my keyboard. Then I went over to my recycle bin, I right-clicked on it, I said empty recycle bin. And then I patted myself on the back and I said, Quant Tower problem solved! That was it. That's how we did it. It was wonderful. We fixed it. Don't have to deal with that problem anymore. It's in the recycle bin. Rips doesn't know about the 16 extra folders it's creating on your PC. I don't believe you. Hold on. Quant Tower. Nope. Liar. There's no such thing. There's no extra folders. Liar. Nice try, Zorkel. What am I going to do with the accounts? I wish I could give them away, but I'm just going to call it an $800 loss. That's what I'm going to do. Oh my God, Silver's dunking again. Look out. Going back to the daily open. Why would you recycle it? Because it's not a Mac that I'm on. If I was on a Mac, I'd throw it in the trash and empty it twice. That's what I'd do. Check the registry. Okay, Reg Edit. Let's see. My good friend Reggie, the Reg Edit man. Find Quant Tower. Searching the registry. I'll let that work. Boy, that's a bright OLED you have, Rips. I know. It's huge. 59 degrees of separation. How long does it take to search the frickin' registry? Jesus. All right, let's get Jerome Powell up. You needed to use it for more than 10 seconds? Well, good thing we didn't. J. Powell, Federal Reserve. There we go. Good afternoon. Let's see if he says it. Bing, ba-ding, ding, ding, ding. All right, I'm done looking at the registry. It's not going to find it. I drank every energy drink out there and tons of pre-workouts. Chronic dehydration, pissing blood, not worth it. Your mileage may vary. Brother, it's called water. You got to drink a lot of water. I drink about 15 liters of water per day. 15 liters? I don't know. How many is this? I don't know. I drink about 8 of these a day. I only call myself a man when I'm pissing clear water. That's it, man. I can only look myself in the mirror after I've pissed clear. That's it. Okay, is it watch party time? Hold on, let me bring up the thing. Which window do we want to watch it in? Above my dome skis? Wait. I don't know what we want to do, champions. Maybe we go over to Bookmap, right? And then we could put it above our head. NASDAQ. Yeah, let's watch the NASDAQ because that's going to be the most fun, right? Right? Nobody mentioned Jigsaw for those rhythmics. More choices, but no trailing drawdown there either. Yeah, I need one that shows me the trailing drawdown. That's the issue. I don't know which one that's going to be, unfortunately. Here, let's get this all fitted in here. Oh shit, look it, they're going. They're selling already. Okay, we gotta fit this in. No, how do we want to do this? This motherfucker's about to drop good afternoon on our faces. Man, look at the NASDAQ's going crazy. Hold on, we need to get this in here. Oh, here he comes. Hold on, here he comes. We're gonna put this right here because it fits so perfectly. All right, let's turn off the Nintendo music. Let's listen to this motherfucker say some shit. Boink. Here we go. Come on out, Jerome Powell. Here he is. On your feet, people. Oh shit, he's in it! Oh shit!
We focused on achieving our dual mandate goals of maximum employment and stable prices for the benefit of the American
Good job, everybody who called that one.
The U.S. economy expanded at a solid pace last year and is coming into 2026 on a firm footing. While job gains have remained low, the unemployment rate has shown some signs of stabilization.
Okay, 1 minute for this one.
Inflation remains somewhat elevated.
Next prediction is live.
In support of our goals, today the Federal Open Market Committee...
He has to say it after the timer's up.
Unchanged. Having lowered our policy rate by 75 basis points over the course of our previous 3 meetings, we see the current stance of monetary policy as appropriate to promote progress toward both our maximum employment and 2% inflation goals. I will have more to say.
It's when the timer's up. He has to say it when the timer's up.
Available indicators suggest that economic activity has been expanding at a solid pace. Consumer spending has been resilient, and business fixed investment has continued to expand. In contrast, activity in the housing sector has remained weak. The temporary shutdown of the federal government...
Turn your mic up, bro.
...last quarter, but these effects should be reversed as the reopening boosts growth this quarter. In the labor market, indicators suggest that conditions may be stabilizing after a period of gradual...
Okay, we're caught up.
The unemployment rate was 4.4% in December. And has
the timer's starting now. He has to say the word inflation.
Job gains have remained low.
Before the speech is over.
Total non-farm payrolls declined.
It's only on his speech.
Of 22,000 per month over the last 3 months. Excluding government employment, private payrolls rose at an average pace of 29,000 per month. A good part of the slowing in the pace of job growth over the past year reflects a decline in the growth of the labor force due to lower immigration and labor force participation.
He said immigration, not inflation.
Though labor demand has clearly softened as well. Other indicators, including openings, layoffs, hiring, and nominal wage growth, show little change in recent months. Inflation has eased.
Oh, he said it! He said it! Oh, fuck, he said it! Okay, inflation wins.
Relative to our 2% longer run goal.
All right, next one.
Estimates based on the Consumer Price Index indicate that total PCE prices rose 2.9% over the 12 months ending in December, and that excluding the volatile food and energy categories, core PCE prices rose 3.0%. These elevated readings largely reflect inflation in the goods sector, which has been boosted by the effects of tariffs. In contrast,
I'm trying to think of a good word.
Disinflation appears to be continuing in the services sector. Near-term measures of inflation expectations have declined from last year's peaks, as reflected in both market and survey-based measures.
Here we go. I got it.
Expectations remain consistent with our 2% inflation goal.
Okay, it's only till the end of his speech. Damn it, he already just said it. Okay, well, it's starting now. It's when the channel points are locked in. The word is mandate.
Maintain the target range for the federal funds rate at
Yes or no?
3.5 to 3.75%.
It's when the channel points gamble is over.
Since
He
last
already just said
September,
it,
we
though.
lowered our policy
The word
rate
is
to
mandate.
75 basis points, or 3/4 of a percentage point, bringing it within a range of plausible estimates of neutral. This normalization of our policy stance should help stabilize the labor market while allowing inflation to resume its downward trend toward 2% once the effects of tariff increases have passed through. We are well positioned to determine the extent and timing of additional adjustments to our policy rate based on the incoming data, the evolving outlook, and the balance of risks. Monetary policy is not on a preset course, and we will make our decisions on a meeting-by-meeting basis. To conclude, the Fed has been assigned 2 goals for monetary policy: maximum employment and stable prices. We remain committed to supporting maximum employment, bringing inflation sustainably to our 2% goal, and keeping longer-term inflation expectations well anchored. Our success in delivering on these goals matters to all Americans. We at the Fed will continue to do our jobs with objectivity, integrity, and a deep commitment to serve the American people. Thank you. I look forward to your questions.
Oh, no. He didn't say mandate. It's over. Sorry. No's win. He didn't say mandate.
Chris Rugaber at Associated Press. Thank you.
Oh, the AP. What do you got to say, player?
I wanted to ask that, you
Oh, Chris Rug us all. His name is Rug-a-Bear? Oh, shit. That means we're going to go
Secretary Scott Bessent
way higher.
Political.
His name is Rug-a-Bear. I think we go long on this. That's a symbol. Do we go long?
So let me start with
His last is.
I don't respond to comments by other officials,
Oh.
whoever they may be. It's just not appropriate to do that.
Okay.
I will tell you why I attended. I would say that the case is perhaps the most important legal case in the Fed's 113-year history. And as I thought about it, I thought it might be hard to explain why I didn't attend. In addition, Paul Volcker went to a Supreme Court case famously in, I guess, 1985 or so. So it's precedented, and I thought it was an appropriate thing, and I did it.
Great. And then just quickly follow on.
No follow-ups. Next person. That's what I'd do.
Last month that the household survey might be distorted, and you also mentioned the potential for overcounting jobs, which would suggest that we're still in a negative hiring pace. So do you see the drop in the unemployment rate as solid? And what's the basis for saying that things have stabilized? Thank you.
So, yeah, really 2 questions. One is, so we're getting through the distortions in the data from the shutdown. However big they were in November, they're smaller in December. So we're getting to a place where they're
1 minute for this next prediction.
Still there.
It's live.
There's a tweak.
Go, 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 go.
The reason why we changed the statement, let me pull it out, was simply, it used to say that judges that downside risks to employment rose in recent months. So we saw, data coming in which suggests some signs of stabilization.
Came in so hard.
But some signs of stabilization. There are also some signs of continued cooling. And so we thought that was no longer an accurate description of the data. In addition, the outlook for economic activity has clearly improved since the last meeting.
What is this chart?
That should matter.
The NASDAQ.
For labor demand and for employment.
And that is Jerome Powell. He's not a chart. He's a man.
We would take that language out of the statement.
Nick Timros, The Wall Street
Oh,
Journal.
Nicky Timros, Wall Street Journal, my man.
Avoided engaging with political controversies directly, and the video statement on January 11th was a departure. What made this different, and are you concerned it could draw the institution further into political debates?
So today on, I'm simply going to refer you to the statement that I made on January 11. I'm not going to.
Oh, he dropped him with the, I'm going to refer you back to what I already said, Playboy.
I'm just not going to, this is really about the press conference and the economy. And
Nice try, Nicky.
And some ancillary.
Nice try, Nicky Timms.
Can you say whether the Fed has responded to the subpoenas?
I have nothing for you on that today.
Why does he sound like he needs to swallow? Because he met your mother.
Michael McKee from Bloomberg Radio TV. Have you made a decision on whether you would remain as a governor of the Federal Reserve? And if so, would you tell us what it is? And if not, when
Horrible
might we
question.
anticipate a decision?
No, And I really, once again, have nothing for you on that today.
Ooh, shit.
Why would you, want to leave
Anyway.
under the circumstances?
Again, I don't want to get into this. Not something I'm. There's a time and place for these questions.
When?
But not something I'm going to be getting into today.
Damn. Go on.
Thank you. Claire Jones, Financial Times. Thanks a lot for taking my
Look at this range. It
questions.
sucks.
In another one that might, lead to a
give it a
similar
try.
answer.
Yeah, give it a try, sweetheart.
We've seen quite big movements in the dollar over recent days. What do you think is
Haven't
driving
we?
the US currency lower? And have you been at all concerned just by the extent of the volatility we've seen this week?
The extent of the volatility with the beans and the potato
Really,
mash.
the administration, especially the Treasury.
Where are you
Department,
from?
has the job of oversight over the currency, and so.
Where are you from, lady?
No comment on that. It's not our.
Last
role.
time I checked, this is America.
I have nothing for you.
But, what's your view on the market movements? What do you think?
Oh, what's your view on the market movements, especially bean futures? Do you think it's going to go a bit up in
The
it?
dollar. We don't talk about what moves it around. It's just not appropriate for us to do so. Really,
Get out of the room.
government has that. It's their role, their bailiwick, and we stay off it. We do monetary policy and some other
Where's
things, but
SW
we
when
don't
you
comment
need
on the dollar. Sorry.
Hi, Chair Powell. Neil Erwin with Axios. Obviously, no SEP in this meeting, but in light of the slight firming up of the language around growth in the labor market in the statement, should we assume that the timeline for any further rate cuts is pushed back compared to what people
Back
might
to
have thought in
America.
December?
This is a very succinct question.
First of all, if you look at the incoming data since the last meeting, clear improvement in the outlook for growth. The data have come in, and sentiment, the Beige Book.
Another prediction. It already went live.
This year starts off on a
You missed it.
on a solid footing for growth. Inflation performed about as expected, and as I mentioned, some of the labor market data came in suggesting we're evidence of stabilization. So it's overall a stronger forecast, really, if that's your question. I'm not sure I answered your question.
But in terms of timing or pacing of any additional easing?
So we haven't made, what we'd say about this was that after this meeting, after the 3 recent rate cuts, we're well positioned to address the risks that we face on both sides of our dual mandate, and we'll continue.
He hit us with mandate again, huh? Wow.
Based on the incoming data implications for and the outlook and the balance of risks. Haven't made any decisions about future meetings, but the economy is growing at a solid pace. The unemployment rate has been broadly stable, and inflation remains somewhat
Rap
elevated. So
God.
we'll be looking to
There we go. Oh, he hit us with the
goal
6-7.
variables and letting the data light the way for us.
Steve.
Steve Leisman, CNBC. And
Oh,
with
Steve
questions you might
Leisman.
answer. Thank you.
Give him the grease.
You had previously, I believe, described the current policy rate being at the higher end of neutral. And if you look at the longer run,
This is a bait
the longer
question
run
right
rate,
here.
16 of 19 officials are actually below there on their long run. Is the Fed still in a process of bringing it down towards a middle range of neutral? And what would it take to get there?
So the count I did was that 4 of the 19 were at or above that. And maybe I missed by 1, but I thought it was 4. And if you look at the dealer survey, it was 10 out of 58 where we're at or above. So you're right. It's the higher end of the range. What we say is it's within the range of plausible estimates. This is the higher end of that range, but it's for some
Power
people,
hour in 18 minutes, by the way.
I think, and many of my colleagues think, it's hard to look at the incoming data and say that policy is significantly restrictive at this time. It may be sort of loosely neutral, or it may be somewhat restrictive. It's in the eye of the beholder, and of course, no one knows with any precision. So, is that? You had
What you're saying, but some officials have described the Fed being in a mode of bringing it down eventually over time. Are you still in that mode, or is this a place to hang out?
Yeah, no, I would say if you look at the SEP from December, most people had additional normalization. But at the same time, we've done a lot of the process of normalizing. A good piece of it is done with 75 basis points, and before that, 100. It's 175 basis points we've cut since we began cutting in September of 2024.
Which is nothing.
Now to,
Nothing.
The Fed funds is running just a little below 3.65%. So you've moved a good way, and we think we're well positioned here to watch how the economy performs, look at the data. We're not making decisions about future meetings, but we do think we're well positioned after those 3 cuts to let the data speak to us.
Amira. Thank you, Chair Powell. Mara Mokwe from Bloomberg News. To what extent did the committee discuss the possibility of cutting at this meeting or in March? And how are you all thinking about the conditions that would merit another rate cut? Is there broad agreement on the committee about what it would take?
So,
Poll is live
on the committee for holding today, broad, I would say, including among non-voters. So that's where that was. Of course, some people did want to cut and dissented, but committee pretty broadly for holding today. We're not trying to articulate a test for when to next cut or whether to cut at the next meeting. What we're saying is we're well positioned as we make decisions meeting by meeting, looking at the income
Meeting by meeting, huh?
evolving outlook and all that. And we're in a position where
Take care, Mark.
we still have some tension between.
Bro, he's just dropping 6-7 hands all day
less
here.
than it was. I think the upside risks to inflation and the downside risks have probably both diminished a bit. So, we'll be looking at that. It's about how you weigh the risks to the 2 goals and how big those, and quantify them. And so there are different views on the committee, and, we'll find our way forward as the data evolve.
Inflation is less than it was, huh?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Edward Lawrence from Fox Business. Has the effects of tariffs
Ooh, he said the T word.
Economy on prices?
Uh-oh, market's going crazy.
So, basically, there are many different estimates, and they're all highly uncertain, but most of the overrun in goods prices is from tariffs. And that's actually good news, because if it weren't for tariffs,
T word.
it's from demand, and that's a harder problem to solve. We do think tariffs are likely to move through and be a one-time price increase.
Right.
Most of the overshoot, if you were to take that out, you'd get, and you would, inflation, inflation is running just a bit above 2%, x the effects of tariffs on goods. And the other good news is, if you look away from goods, and
NAS refusing to break out of the range.
Disinflation in all the categories of services. So that's a healthy development. So that's what's going on. The expectation
right back down.
We will see the effects of tariffs flowing through goods prices, peaking, and then starting to come down, assuming there are no new major tariff increases that are begun. And that's what we expect to see over the course of this year. If we see that, that would be something that tells us that we can loosen policy. Also, if we see something that suggests that the labor market is not stabilizing,
how loose is your policy?
The downside risks reemerge, or
so loose.
The data just get worse. We'd have to look at both of those. We have a 2-sided mandate.
If I could, if President Trump does pick a new Fed chairman before May, what does that look like? How would you work with that person, and what does that transition period look like?
I don't have anything for you on that. That will depend on Congress's actions and things I can't speculate on.
Oh, you're able to sleep?
Howard Schneider with Reuters. Thank you for taking our questions. Given the changes in the statement and all you've said so far, is it fair to describe risks
Howard,
to both sides of the Band-Aid as roughly balanced right now?
From Reuters.
And is the next move necessarily down?
I'd say that the upside risks to inflation and the downside risks to employment have diminished, but they still exist. So there's still some tension between the mandates. Are they fully in balance? Hard to say. And we think our policy's in a good place. I've just
Apparently, two people don't agree with you, though.
reasons why we might change our policy, and we'll just have to see how the data lead us.
I'm wondering, a minute ago you said you felt expectations were consistent with your mandate.
We're starting to push up out of the range.
Break-evens have moved quite notably in the
Wait,
last,
shit! I didn't even look at the poll. What did the poll say?
Is there any concern
Shit.
on that front?
I mean,
What was the poll results?
I recently looked at all
Uh-oh.
of both survey and
What did the poll say? I missed it.
short-term inflation expectations.
96% yes? Yeah, right. Liar.
They were in a good place at the beginning of last year. They spiked.
You're
around
fibbing.
Liberation Day, and now they fully retraced in the last few months. So that's very comforting. And the longer term,
We're back at this little
inflation
peak right
expectations
now.
have remained in places that are very consistent with 2% inflation over time. So expectations are.
It's looking like it wants to break 200. The unders are sweating.
In the return to 2% inflation.
The unders are sweating. We still have 10 minutes till the top of the hour.
Apologies if this is a little bit repetitive, but
Oh.
in the past you've said that the reason you cut rates was that the risk to the labor market was
Trade Evade's working, isn't it, Maui? Is it not?
That's
I think if you refresh your window, it's working fine.
We haven't made.
Pretty
you're
sure.
right. We saw the labor market weakening, and we acted.
Ooh, yeah.
I think that was the appropriate thing to do. We have,
We acted
always
so
had
hard.
to address what we see as the economy moving away from our goals.
Nice, random hero. Let's go, baby.
So both of the variables are a little less. I think the upside risk to inflation, again, a little bit less, and the downside risk to employment, a little less. I just would say that I'm not.
Somebody needs to ask
about
him,
how
up or down? Do you think we're going to break 200 by the top of the hour?
at risk. than
I'm
the
in
other,
Rip's
just that the
kick
risk
chat
to
right
both
now.
of them have diminished.
Okay, thanks. BIS wrote a paper last summer which concluded that global investors were hedging their dollar exposures in ways that previously they hadn't because of policy uncertainty. Do you agree with BIS?
We really don't see much at all about that whole story. There's just not a lot of data that suggests that there's much to that.
Thanks.
Is gold going? Yeah.
Anna Swanson with the New York Times. Can you talk more about what you would need to see in the labor market to conclude it's time to resume easing? Do you need to see further deterioration in the labor market, or would it be enough for inflation to soften?
So we'll always be looking at both things.
Let 'em know, Johnny.
So there could be combinations, infinite numbers of combinations that would cause us to want to move.
Like a
Certainly,
combination
a
lock.
weakening labor market would be an argument for loosening. But what's happening with inflation? If inflation were at the same time getting worse, you just have a very difficult situation there. So we'll be looking at both. Clearly, a weakening labor market calls for cutting. A stronger labor market says that the rates are in a good place. We'll have to be making similar judgments too on inflation, though.
And if inflation does,
It's having some trouble
the
getting
labor
back
market
down
doesn't
here.
show further signs
Having
of
some trouble making its way
deterioration,
downtown.
Is there a chance that you could raise rates rather than simply remaining on hold? What would
Oh,
you
she said
see
raise
in terms of
rates.
hiking?
We don't take things off the table, but it isn't anybody's base case right now. Anybody's base case that the next move will be a rate hike. But ultimately, we'll do what we think is the right thing. But that's not where.
Yes,
people's,
Apex is 1 day pass if you use RIPS code. Only if you use code RIPS, baby. But you'll get the email like at 5 o'clock or so.
With Politico.
5 or 6 o'clock.
I wanted to ask, you've talked in the past about concerns about the U.S. fiscal trajectory, and we've seen in the Japanese bond market a lot of turmoil recently. In part due to
tickling
concerns about
200s.
Their fiscal and long-term
Tickle,
economic
tickle.
outlook.
It's going for it.
Do you worry that the U.S. could at some point find itself
Nice
in a
little titillation there.
situation to Japan, whether for fiscal or demographic reasons?
Over time, you've seen that U.S. rates have remained pretty. They haven't moved
It wants
a
to
lot
break it so bad.
really for a while,
8 minutes
but they
till the
haven't
channel
moved
points
a lot,
gambles are up.
because of what's been happening in Japan.
Oh, there it goes, over 200.
It's more of an over time thing. The U.S. federal budget deficit is, uncontroversially on an unsustainable path. The level.
All right, I'm long. I'm long above 200, I think. Right? Is this the right instrument? Yeah.
And the sooner we work on it, the better. But, right now, we're running a very.
We're long
large
one
deficit,
contract.
Essentially full employment. And so the fiscal picture needs
Go,
to be
baby,
addressed.
go.
And
Show me above 200.
So that's important. I'm not.
I want
in any
it.
way connecting it to some sort of near-term market event, but ultimately, it's something we'll have to deal with. And that in the end,
Reclaim 200, looking for the
that's where you
reclaim.
wind up is in some kind of a difficult thing.
Looking for the
That's not
reclaim.
where we are. It's not where Japan is either, but it's certainly not where we are right now.
Show me the
The
reclaim.
effect of your rate cuts that longer-term rates.
I want it for the channel points gamble.
Not really budged that much.
I wouldn't say that. You know, the thing is,
Show me the reclaim.
higher longer-term rates means less accommodative financial conditions, but
It's trying for it.
many things.
Give me the reclaim. Channel points gamble.
And it's not mostly what happens on the short end. There can be effects of longer-term rates.
It's hungry for it. Look at that. It's hungry to reclaim.
You know, it's much
It's
more,
hungry.
you know, assessments of the fiscal path and fiscal
No,
policies
we
and
want a
risks
reclaim.
and things like that that move.
We want the reclaim.
You can look back at and find periods where they've been
Reclaim.
very actively moving the
Everybody wants the reclaim. Come on, do it.
over the course of a year and over the course of that year.
I want 220.
the 10
Yeah,
years exactly
220
where
seems
it's
like a good target.
So there's not a tight link between, you know, 10-year rates and the overnight rate.
Oh, it's going for it. It's going for it.
Schulze with ABC News. Republican Senator Tom Tillis, who sits on the Senate Banking Committee, said he will
It's
block any
going
Fed
for it.
nominee, including the chair, until this investigation.
Num, 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 num.
Do you support this?
Just do
move
it.
by the
Stop
senator
pulling
and the
back. Just do
conversations
it.
that you had with the
Just
senator?
give us the juice, baby. Give us the
More
juice.
broadly, what would happen to American households if the Federal Reserve loses
Yeah,
its
there it
ability
is.
to operate
Give me the
independent
juice,
from
baby.
politics?
Give me the juice.
So
We love it. All right, we're
point
flat.
of
Yeah.
independence is not to protect policymakers.
Woo!
It just is that
We're the
every
greatest
advanced economy
ever
in the world has come around to this common practice. It's just an institutional arrangement that has served the people well, and that is to have a separation between
Easy game, dude.
have
Easy
direct
game.
elected
Channel
official
points gamble.
control
Easy game.
over the setting
Telling
of
you.
monetary policy. And the reason is that monetary policy can be used, you know, through an election cycle.
Thank you, Jerome Powell, for the
affect
free
economy
money.
in a way that will be politically worthwhile. So this isn't, I'm not talking about the U.S. context. This is every advanced economy.
You bet no one will. Jerome Powell said good afternoon, and I lost my points. How's that? Because he said good afternoon.
Everywhere among
What?
countries that look at all like the United States.
Huh?
And I think if you
Because it was the first two words he said was good, and then he said afternoon. Before he said afternoon, he said good, and after he said good, he said afternoon. Good afternoon.
that we're
You bet no.
making
That's a
decisions,
losing bet.
you know, only on the basis
Feel like that's
of
pretty clear.
of our assessment of what's best for everyone, for the wide public, rather than trying to benefit one group or another. If you lose that, it's going to be hard to retain it. And we haven't lost it. I don't believe we will. I certainly hope we won't. But it's very important, and the reason it's important is that it's enabled central banks generally not to be perfect, but to serve the public well.
You're confident it can maintain that independence at this point?
Yes. I mean, I'm strongly committed to that, and so are my colleagues.
Archie.
Ribs has no control over the points. That's correct. It's Jerome Powell who has all of the control here.
On that sort of stabilization of
Oh, God, another one.
how much do you see the weakening?
How much do you see the weakening, specifically in the market of beans?
And so on,
It's always
that's
beans.
now resolved, or how much have we seen a kind of real underlying firming up in the state of the labour market, do you think?
Do you think it's going to just possibly squeeze up on a Tuesday, innit?
Part of it just is that labor supply, growth in labor supply has come to essentially a halt from a fairly fast clip.
Do you think the market's going to firm up a bit?
Immigration, and then the halt being driven by a very sudden stop in immigration.
I'll have a follow-up question.
Possible with that. You know, supply came way down. It turns out that demand for labor also
I don't know if I can do this every day. Power hour streams
maybe just
and
a little bit
Globex,
more,
I'm going to
which is
lose
why
my
the
fucking
rate has
mind.
gone up. So I don't know whether that's a coincidence or not, but that's what's happened with that part. But if you look at other
Gold's all-time highs? Holy shit. There it
things,
goes.
like, for example, just to pick a couple.
How about that exit at the top?
Board's,
Mm.
measure of job availability that came out, I don't know, was it yesterday or today? But, you know, it
Anyone know
shows
the thing with people buying silver? What?
showing that-
What do you
that
mean?
workers
What's the
feel like
thing?
job availability is? It's a very low, it's just one meeting, but it's an indication of softening. People, part-time for economic reasons, which is a category within the broader use.
I'll do another poll so I can actually read the results.
Has moved up significantly. So there are lots of, and I could go on and on, there are lots of little places that suggest that the labor market has softened. But but you're right. Part of payroll jobs softening is that both the supply and demand for labor has come down. Growth in those two have both.
Or sorry, not
down.
Globex.
So that makes
Power
it a difficult
hour.
time to read the labor market.
Sorry.
You know.
Try this again.
Imagine they both came down a lot to the point where there is no job growth. Is that full employment? In a sense, it is. If demand and supply are in balance, you know, that you could say that's full employment. At the same time, do we really feel like that's a maximum employment economy?
Wow, it's running. It really wants them 200s again.
Unusual situation.
Thanks. And one more on.
Thanks. I'll got a follow-up.
Strong growth outlook, your strengthening growth outlook you're now seeing. How much of that is the fiscal stimulus we're seeing from the beautiful bill, the tax cuts, and all of that?
You're seeing it already. You don't have much of the fiscal. I think the outlook, you're right. It's financial conditions, and it's fiscal policy for 26.
Oh, record high on spot gold.
Strong consumption that's been
Yo, look at it go. Oh, my Lord.
Have been supportive.
Holy smokes.
Effects really
GCJ6.
So essentially, the economy has once again.
Let's see what we could do. Can we make it happen over here on GCJ6?
And, you know, consumer spending.
Gold's going insane.
It's uneven across income categories, but consumer spending overall.
Did I trade on wealth charts? I tried a trade, yes.
We're benefiting.
I have not traded since FOMC. I've been on Trade OV.
Of data centers. That's another thing we're benefiting from. But the economy overall, the growth is on a solid footing. It looks like. And,
right, back to the
NASDAQ
NASDAQ here.
Things. It's just the consumers. The consumer is filling out.
NASDAQ troubling at 200. We got 15 seconds. The unders are going to take this one home. Oh, my God.
Between downbeat
the unders, no.
And, you know, reasonably good spending data.
Looks like the unders are going to win this one. Sorry, champs. 3, 2, 1. Unders. Bam.
President calls inflation defeated.
Okay, let's do another one here.
The FOMC says it's a somewhat elevated inflation. But you talked about those customer survey or those consumer sentiment surveys and public opinion polls that show that most families say the cost of living is still issue number one. What is the conversation around the table with your
I don't know.
colleagues
What's the conversation?
about how wealthier consumers seem to be driving so
All right, 1
much
minute,
of the
1 minute, 1 minute
and
for this one.
why so many
Okay, let's see what the poll
families
said.
still feel like
Wow, 87% said yes for the Power Hour stream tomorrow, but only 34 responded.
What is that discussion
39 responded.
So a couple things. One, there's something to it in that we know that higher income households that tend to.
There's only 100 channel points that have been gambled on NQ above or below 26,185 by 316.
And those assets have been going up in value, and you know, increases in wealth do support spending over time. So, and that's clearly a part of the story. We also know that for some time now, for you know, a year or more, we've been hearing from retailers, for example, that serve lower income customers.
180s are starting to open up here.
They're saying the same thing.
They're starting to turn it up a little bit. They're starting to get a little snazzy up here.
They're trading down.
They're going for more.
And they're buying less. And
they're trying to, at least.
Buying habits.
Oh my God, there it goes.
And
can it take out those pesky 190s? It's going for more.
They're feeling it.
My God.
I would say more broadly on affordability. We have a vast.
It's trying
through the reserve banks and also through the Board of Governors.
Oh, it's trying for those 190s.
Small and large businesses and households and
so covered. Nice. Bing bong.
And we take that very seriously, and we take it to heart.
We did it again.
You know, our job is
more monies.
Price stability, and so
that's a $5,000 day on Globex.
For people who.
How about them apples?
Is to keep inflation under control, and you know, frankly, to finish the job of getting inflation back down to 2%.
You mentioned the AI build-out as being a positive for economic growth this year. I wonder, as you look at the weakest year,
It's better than no trades, I guess.
Of a non-recession year since like 2003, are you concerned about AI maybe supplanting more entry-level work and entry-level jobs, and how does that play into what you're watching about the labor market?
You know, so everyone, of course, is watching AI and the deployment and, you know, trying to understand exactly what's happening. And there's a wide range of possibilities. It's hard to say. And, of course, anyone who uses it is amazed at what it can accomplish, right? So, every technological wave will eliminate some jobs and create other jobs. And it's always been the case. If you look back, wave after wave after wave, there will be some disruption, but ultimately technology increases productivity, which is the basis for rising wages. And it may not all happen immediately, but over time, it's what enables incomes to rise over time is rising productivity.
Something else is rising beneath the table right now, Jerome.
Well, this is going to be
Tell you
different.
what.
Is it going to be different? And we don't know. And we may, in any case, see in the short term jobs that are being eliminated by the capabilities of AI. We may see that. We just don't know what the overall effect is going to be.
What's up, Lissandro? Villanueva?
In terms, it's very hard.
How are you, sir?
We can look at the aggregate data.
Lissandro.
We can analyze, for example, there is some connection, it appears, between the low hiring rate for recent college grads and AI, but it's not.
How many milligrams of caffeine are in this bad dogger?
You hear large companies, though, many of them saying that they either won't be hiring for some time, or that they're hiring less, or that they're laying people off, and they
114 milligrams, that's it?
AI, when they do that. So we're all watching and learning, and it could certainly have pretty significant effects on the economy, the workforce, and our society. We don't really have the tools to address the concerns that may arise, but we have a lot of people who focus on analyzing it and try to
back down we go.
Economic
Gold going back up too.
Which is our job.
Gold still tickling on the highs. Silver looking for more. Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Chair Powell.
You're welcome.
From AFP News Agency.
Ooh, AFP.
You mentioned
always
on inflation, the broad expectation
flying
for a one-time price increase and then for inflation to come down. And I was wondering,
planes.
is the expectation still for inflation to start cooling in the second half of 2026? And if you could elaborate how far we are from target currently.
Brian, get your head out of the gutter, you dirty man.
Where we are from target is, as I mentioned in my opening remarks, we had 3.0% core PCE inflation.
Wow, we got some dirty minds in here.
December, and that's pretty much.
I was saying always flying planes. You guys are saying sick things.
But the story behind that is modestly positive in that most of the.
Why would you delete that, Ripsmod? I thought it was funny. Ripsmod is going ham.
Ultimately, we think those will not result in inflation as opposed to a one-time price increase. Okay, so.
Agence France Presse. Yeah, that's my French accent.
So, no one thinks they will.
Crepe.
Ex ante understand really clearly precisely when this will happen, but there's an expectation that
Eiffel Tower.
We'll see tariff
French fries.
So what we do is when tariff is put in place, we track the effect of
cigarette
over a 6, 7, 8, 9 month period, and you can see for that tariff how long it takes to reach a place where it's affected the price level, and that's it. So we're getting better at that, and our estimate is that it'll be sometime in the middle of the year, but I wouldn't look for great precision in that. But we'll be able to see whether things are moving in that direction. I think
you're with French's. Yeah, it's pretty good, huh? Really good.
Thanks, Chair Powell. I'm Richard Escobedo with CBS News.
Oh!
I want to look outside the U.S. about what's happening outside our shores and how it impacts the U.S. Canada's Prime Minister said
What is your
last
name,
week
sir?
that there's been a rupture in the global order.
What was his
How
name?
you're thinking about geopolitical risk as it relates to the U.S. economy.
So I can't comment on that speech or statement or anything like that. Geopolitical risk for us is a lot of it is around
sake,
energy, oil.
That is nasty.
For all the turmoil, oil prices have come down, as you know, and so we don't really see much. Longer than that, it's trade, and the trade, our economy has pulled through pretty well, you'd have to say, given the very significant changes in trade.
I think the 306 gambles went through. Oh no, it's 316. My bad. I thought it was 306.
The way that
we're tickling at that 200 again. Tickle, tickle, tickle.
Than what was announced at the beginning.
It does not want to break on through to the other side.
Countries didn't retaliate, and in addition, a good part of it hasn't been passed through to consumers yet. It's being
Le bandit.
Companies that stand between the consumer and the exporter.
Slot sucks.
So
Le bandit.
Jennifer.
I can't comment. 10th time so far. What do you mean you can't comment? Jerome Powell saying, I can't comment.
4.4%, and the fourth quarter expected to have a 5 handle on it, as
Strongburger
predicting. At a time when you had a government shutdown, and we thought that was going to shave off some growth.
Mm.
You've also got the
Shave that
fiscal
growth off.
tailwinds. You've talked about big tax refunds coming, potential tariff dividend. How could you cut rates and not spur inflation in that environment?
Come on, that's an easy math problem, lady.
We didn't cut rates today, but you know, it depends on how fast potential output is growing, right?
My potential output is growing so
I'm saying
fast.
This is what's happening, but you know, there's growth, and there's how
So
fast
much
potential
growth.
is growing, and
And it is growing.
You know, high productivity growth, potential output is rising. So it really matters whether potential output is growing as fast as actual output. And it would
Slow
matter
down.
over time. The numbers you cite were for quarters, and quarterly GDP is, you need to look at 12 months because quarterly GDP can be very lumpy. You know,
It can be super lumpy if it doesn't grow fast enough.
Overall, over the year, the numbers were nothing like that. You know, it was more in the mid-2s.
I don't know. It's more like 9 3/4, man. Not more like 2s.
Between strong economic growth and the job market, is it productivity that's filling the gap, and is productivity being driven by AI at this point?
So there has been, you're right, there has been a divide of solid growth.
He keeps on doing it, man.
And that can be explained by rising productivity.
Rising, solid growth.
I would say we do see signs of certainly of the unemployment rate stabilizing.
Oh, so stable.
Maybe we're seeing the beginning of the resolution of those two things. Also, as you probably know, the lore is that when GDP and the labor market get into an argument, in the end, the labor market data is more reliable. GDP data is just very hard to collect and understand, but nonetheless, I think we may be seeing that tension resolving a little bit. Too soon to say with any confidence, though.
He said growth.
Matt Egan with CNN. Chair Powell, after today, you have 2 meetings left as Fed chair. You've obviously experienced a lot during your time as Fed
Hey,
chair.
Beavis.
served under multiple
He said
presidents.
growth.
I'm wondering what advice you have for whoever your successor might be.
Honestly, I'd say a couple things. One is you know, stay out of elected politics.
Stabilized.
Don't get into elected politics. Don't do it. And that's another thing. Well, another is that, you know, our window into democratic accountability is Congress. And it's not a passive burden for us to go to Congress and talk to people. It's an affirmative, regular obligation.
We're starting to break out a little bit. We're still tickling at these top sides.
You earn it by your interactions with our elected overseers. And so it's something you need to work hard at, and I have worked hard at it. So, and the last thing is, you know, it's easy to criticize
Back at the VWAP too.
institutions so many ways. I will tell whoever it is, you're about to meet the most qualified group of people you not only have ever worked with, you will ever work with.
Ever.
And when you meet Fed staff, and not everybody's perfect, but there isn't a better cadre of professionals more dedicated to the public well-being than work at the Fed.
Thanks for that answer. If I
You're
may
welcome.
follow up, as I'm sure you've noticed, gold and silver prices have experienced historic gains of late. And I'm wondering how much attention, if any, you pay to those moves, and what message you may take
Something
from
he
these,
says does not
significant
sit
price
well.
increases we've seen for precious metals.
Don't take much message macroeconomically. The argument can be made it's
Really?
That we're losing credibility or something. It's simply not the case. If you look at where inflation expectations are, our credibility is right where it needs to be. So we look at those things. We don't get spun up over particular asset price changes, although we do monitor them, of course.
Nicole, for the last question.
Last question, Nicole.
Hi, Nicole Goodkind Barons.
What?
prominent critics have charged that the Fed's economic models are somewhat
Oh,
backward-looking.
good kind, comma, Barons. Got it. Thought her last name was good kind, comma, Barons. Good kind, Barons.
How do you incorporate current and future developments into your analysis and decision-making, and do you have an answer to those critics?
Yeah, so by and large, those criticisms, as somebody on the inside, they just don't make sense, and I'll tell you why. Every FOMC participant writes down a forecast every quarter, right? The summary of economic projections, and that's the basis for.
Secretary Bessent just said Trump decision on Fed chair could come in a week or
The
so.
other thing is,
Okay.
What an economic model can do is it can grind up all the data.
Cash trades, let's go, baby. I got the 150K lightning funded too. I got 5 of them.
It can identify what are the relationships between variables A, B, C, D, and all that kind of thing. And it can tell you if you change one of those variables, this is what should happen in the macroeconomy. That's just the way it works. However, the structure of the macroeconomy is constantly changing. For example, we hadn't had a pandemic in 100 years.
Yama, why'd you remove your messages?
From the very beginning.
What are you doing?
In the model. A trade war.
What do you, ride the watermelon?
Scope. We'd never had that.
Guy always used to delete his messages.
Years. And so there's great uncertainty at
I don't like that.
At different points. Another thing I'll say is,
Genix says $3 to pass our eval. Well, go long short.
Technological development.
I mean, go short long.
That raise
on Nasdaq, gold, silver.
Some kind of technological revolution, like happened in the 90s.
That's all you have to do.
And like maybe happening now with AI.
I've been looking at them the whole time, Yama.
Studies those periods, and we're very clear-eyed.
Antigua, $20,000 Apex payout just approved. Apex is 90% off right now. Code rips. Let's go.
We're not. No one's sitting here unaware of the possibility of higher productivity. We've been talking about it for 3 years. It long predates the current situation. It's been going on for 5 or 6 years. We've had productivity higher. We've been talking about it that whole time. So it's very much on our mind.
Fenster says, I've got a buddy, non-influencer, just got 55,000 approved. Let's go.
Boink. And it changes the way you think about
8 trading days, 55.
labor market and all those things. That's all in our models. I mean, if it's just a question of using better models, bring them on.
Where's the dude that called Apex a scam? Probably resetting his accounts.
I think, we certainly.
Oh my God, it's tumbling.
Contact with anybody who does economic.
Oh, it's selling.
And we're always.
Can we break below the 90s?
That's how I think.
Survey says yes, it can.
Just a quick
Can it hold?
We've been talking
Hold the
a lot about
brake.
tariffs and
Hold the
passing through.
brake.
We've been talking a lot about them for the
Do
past
it.
few months. The trade landscape is still in a constant state of flux. Announcements, threats, negotiations, they're all frequently changing.
Yeah, it's fluxing, all right.
I'm wondering how you actually
Oh, it's fluxing, all right.
what data channels are most critical to follow this.
It's not breaking.
Trade?
Trade?
The impact of tariffs and how they're changing.
For real?
Yeah, I think our staff has done a really nice job on that, and they've kind of put it together in real time. So as I mentioned, a tariff gets put in place, you can pretty much track its effects on pricing and on everything, and so you build a model up from all of the tariffs. At the beginning, it was very much.
He's saying the T word again. They're letting this question drag on.
Every cycle that goes by, it becomes.
It's
more
dragging, all right.
Actual data, and our forecasts were not far off. What changed was, as I think I said earlier, what was implemented was smaller than what was announced.
How small?
In addition, we didn't see
overs when? Let me see.
And I think people did generally expect that.
316. Let me see.
And that really mattered too. And then the
194.
Through.
Overs when?
It was going to be to consumers.
Boink.
Didn't know how much exporters would.
Let's do another one.
How much companies in the middle.
326. 1 minute.
It turns out it's a lot of companies in the middle. Who, by the way, are
okay. 1 minute. It's going live right now. Go, 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 go.
Through, which is one of the reasons why we need to keep our eye on inflation and not declare victory prematurely.
How premature?
Thank you.
All right.
We're done?
We're done, he says.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome, homie. All right. That's all done. Now we go back to... All right. Let's see what the market does after the press conference. Usually we have the markets kind of get a little loosey-goosey, which is what I think we would see. They get usually a little bit loosey-goosey. Hold on. Get this back. Boop. How about this music, huh? Rips, how do you show Apex your trades for a payout? How do you show them? Huh? Tell them to watch the stream. They tune in every day. How could they miss it? What do you mean? All they have to do is tune into the greatest trading show on the planet. Not only will they learn something, but they'll be thoroughly entertained. Every single day. I'd be like, dude, those trades were so good. So fucking delicious. Still underneath 200 here. It's still underneath these 200s. It's wiggle dicking around here. I feel like that's the most muted after press response that we've ever seen. After press conference response that we've ever seen. Think we juiced to 250 for the close of the day, calling it now. Well, call it. Call it, Marble Slash. Top Step X laggy as hell. Is it really? How do you all know the dollar value of your top TPSL on Tradeovate directly? Like how Trading View, I can see the dollar amount as I drag it up and down. I don't think you can. I really don't think you can unless you open up the DOM. It shows you on the DOM. Only on the DOM, but you have to enable, you have to click the settings that says show estimated P&L. There you go. On Tradeovate. That's what you do. All right, we need some upbeat music here. Let me see what we got. Let's do some of this. Wait. There we go. Well, it still looks like they want to short this above 200. There's a lot of sellers up there. They are compressing the price. Anytime we get over 200, they're starting to sell it, but that could equal a nice little blowout to the north side. It could be a bit of a blowout. After we get this prediction at 12:26, I'm out of here, champs. I'm out of here. How about this range, though? Isn't this lovely? It's crazy how the NQ huge dump and stop at blah, blah, blah. How the fuck CME Masters at Apex and Tradeovate shot down breakers accounts? Insiders? Lol. Possibly. You never know. What's up, Norick? How are you, sir? Yeah, it still is the same thing that they are kind of selling this a little bit lower underneath the 200s. Let's see if we can catch a little nibble. Give me a nibble. Just a nice soft little nibblation. Underneath those 190s, please. Just a little taster just like that. Bang. Ba-ba-bang. Quick draw McGraw. Ba-ba-ba. Like this. Headshot. Bang. You got to be quick, because if you're not quick enough, the NASDAQ will fuck you up. Jenick caught it. Nice work there, Jenick. Woo! It's fast money, fast markets, power hour. It's a wild time to be alive in these NASDAQ streets. Plus, I gotta go soon. My wife is calling me. She said, Ripsy, baby, where have you been? I said, I'm trading. And she said, you're what? I said, I'm trading with my friends on the internet. She said, them again? Damn it. Why don't you call the cell? Well, it's right here on the screen. Right there. When you see that position, that's how you know that I'm in a trade. Matteo Rossi, are you also from Italia? I love the cars that are coming from Italia, Mr. Matteo. I have a Ferrari myself. I don't know if you knew this. I have the SF90. Listening to the growth of Powell, I can hear it. I can hear the bulge forming. Do, 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 do. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have how many points, how many more until the channel? We have 4 minutes, and then I'm out of here. For real. I'm actually gone. And then I'll be back tomorrow. 8 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Central, 5 a.m. Pacific. Something GMT. I haven't figured that out yet. There's a math problem I'm not willing to solve. Did we all enjoy the FOMC stream today? Were we happy that we did that? Were you guys pleased? Yes? Then we'll do more of it. What time do you wake up? 2 a.m. Pacific Time. I'm here in Las Vegas. Was all right. Well, I had the same opinion of your mother last night. She was just all right. Too much teeth. More gums are necessary. Less teeth, more gums. What time do you sleep? What are you, a Fed? What are you trying to figure out here? Two minutes. Yeah, Microsoft, Meta, Tesla earnings. I know, it's going to be crazy. But I got my puntos right here. That's all I needed. Right there, just right. Hold on, touch me. Wait, hold on. I can actually light that thing up. Hold on. There we go. Got it. There's an order block at Bitcoin at 100,000. Well, how about that? Amazing. Oh, 10K. Amazing. At 10K. Amazing, bro. Would you like a cookie? What would you like for that? What would you like? Would you like a cookie for that? What would you like me to give you for that information? Will it fall? Fuck no, retard. Will Bitcoin fall to 10,000? Fuck no, moron. What are you, retarded? Did somebody drop you on your fucking skull? You might be a retard. But there is an order block. Well, first of all, the word is an, not a order block. It's an order block. All right. You're too retarded to speak in a chat, so you're going to be timed out for about an hour. Goodbye. Suck a dick while you're at it. Gong, 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 gong. Choke on a cock. You're too retarded to have free chat, my friend. That's too much freedom for somebody like you. All right, 2 seconds and 185. Oh my God, it's a photo finish. Jesus. What was it? It was 185.50. The overs won. Oh my God, you fucking lucky motherfuckers by 50 cents. By 50 fucking cents. Unbelievable. You guys don't deserve that one. You guys don't deserve that one. God. But there's an order block. Holy shit. Fucking retardation's a real thing, huh? All right, campeons. Now it's actually doing the thing where it's actually sliding down out of bed here a little bit. It's actually going downtown, Charlie Brown. Look at this. It's going down lower. It might actually make it down below 180 here. Can it actually supersize me? Fine, I'll take it. I got like $2 extra on that one. All right, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. See ya. Bye, 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 bye. See ya, see ya, see ya.